Okay, guys, we are live right now. Very, very unexpected live stream. This is a live stream that I never thought I never want to do a live stream like this. Never. Very unexpected live stream. Let me mute my computer here. This is shocking to say the least. Um, Kobe Bean Bryant dead at 41 years old. 41, man. 41.
It's beyond belief. I'm floored. Um, this is akin to Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
A few years ago. Just you feel even though you don't know these people personally,
right.
you've seen them so much. I was very much an NBA fan through the majority of Kobe's career. I watched him play. I can't tell you how many times.
Yeah.
Um, it, but NBA superstar accolades aside, it's awful. It's an awful tragedy, and yeah, nobody wants to have to ever do this sort of a live stream.
No, no.
You know,
No, I mean, I was making fun on, my personal channel. Hey, I'm trying to get a day off, and all this news keeps dropping and dropping. And I texted you earlier today and said, I'm not making a video today. I'm gonna relax. I mean, I'm going through this keto insomnia right now, but that's another story. But um, yeah, I wasn't expecting to do this. I don't want to do anything like this. Um,
in
Red and White Blues is here. What's up? Well, look at the title. That's what's up right there.
in case anybody's following the news cycle, the absolute latest is they are now saying ABC News is pulling back on a story. They ran with the story after TMZ said that none of Kobe's family was on the helicopter. ABC News came back and said no, his four daughters were all on the helicopter. Now they're pulling back. ABC is from that story. So they believe that they were not on the helicopter at this time. We can only hope, good God, that with all of this going on, that his children were not on that helicopter.
Yeah.
I really,
The only thing that we got was that there were 5 people. I'm gonna pull up the ESPN story right here. Um, Maybe they have something because I believe it was 5 people, right, on board.
yes, yes,
Yeah, we don't know the other people. We know that it wasn't his wife. She
correct,
wasn't on board.
correct,
That we
correct.
do know. Um, Now ESPN and Jeremy was live on Sports Wars. He said the TMZ their website was down. I mean, I guess the news crashed it.
Wow.
No, it's up. It's up. All right, it's back up.
All right. Somebody says on here at ABC has confirmed that Kobe Bryant's daughters were not on board.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, and there was a story that Rick Fox was on board.
What?
Okay, we can now confirm former Lakers star Rick Fox was not among the passengers on board of the helicopter.
Wait a minute.
I
Now
didn't even know. I didn't even know Rick Fox.
Okay, as of
What are
4
they
minutes
saying
ago.
now?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm on TMZ. As of 4 minutes ago.
You can share it too.
Yeah. Okay. I can't share it. Okay. I'm looking on TMZ. This was updated 4 minutes ago,
Okay.
and this is not good. 12:35 Pacific time, which in our time is 2:35, 4 minutes ago. Kobe Bryant's daughter, Gianna Marie, aka Gigi, was also on board the helicopter and died in a crash. Reps for Kobe tell TMZ Sports she was 13. Um, we're told they were on their way to Mamba Academy for a basketball practice when the crash occurred. The academy is nearby Thousand Oaks. Now, apparently, he did use that same helicopter when he was playing. He used it all the time, from what we've heard. So one man,
Correct. Yeah.
man, it sucks. Um,
Wow.
okay, that was the updated report, and this is just the other stuff here. Everything else we pretty much know. Oh, that's his daughter right there.
Okay.
Man. And I was watching Rockets pregame, and Calvin Murphy was sitting there, man. He was shocked, just shocked. And the Rockets are playing right now. And there was footage of John Lucas. He was on the court with Eric Gordon, and they were reading the news and everything. I don't know how these players, because these players today, man, they looked up to Kobe. I don't know how they can actually go out there on the court right now, without being all emotional.
Well, not only that, but um, you know, a lot of these guys in all-star games, et cetera, played with or against Kobe.
Yeah.
That's a fact. He hasn't been retired that long. He scored what 61 in his last game.
Yeah.
When did he retire? Was it
I think
3
Calvin
years
Murphy
ago?
said today that he would have been eligible for the Hall of Fame this year. But I thought he had a few more
Wow.
years. I didn't think he was. Let me look up here and
I've
see.
got, I've got his I've got his stats up right here. Give me 1 second. I've literally got it here. I
Yeah,
just need to
because
scroll down.
there's a 5-year waiting period to go in the Hall of
Tw-
Fame.
2015,
It
16
it
was his
was that
last
long
year.
ago. Okay,
Wow.
yeah, because Calvin Murphy was saying that he would have been going to the Hall of Fame this year. I mean, I don't think the election's happened yet, but he would have been a first ballot. I mean, he's going to
Oh
be a
yeah,
first ballot. No doubt about it.
yeah. He
No
would have
doubt
walked
about
right
that.
in. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Um, so that's TMZ reporting that. Um, man, hold on. Let me see if I can find anything else besides TMZ reporting this about his daughter. I mean, that's just one source.
That's generally an awfully good one.
Yeah, most likely, but I'm just going to Twitter because most of my Twitter page is like entertainment and everything, and everybody's talking about Kobe. Everybody. Um. Okay, Jeremy says here 17 minutes ago, a few people were saying his daughters were on board. Please tell me this isn't true. I don't see any actual reports yet. Well, TMZ has confirmed one. But then at that 16 minutes ago here, Jeremy somebody puts out sources have confirmed that neither Kobe or wife or his children were on board a helicopter crash. But that kind of conflicts with what TMZ put out. So I'm gonna go and look for something else here. Um,
TMZ's the one that broke it
yeah.
about his daughter. They broke it.
So they're the ones that broke it.
Yeah, breaking. Kobe's daughter, Gianna Marie, was on board of the helicopter and died.
Oh, you see it now?
It TMZ, but they're the
They're the only
they're the one.
ones.
Well, yeah, but it says they confirmed it, but
Yeah, that's what I read right there.
they were the ones that broke this entire story to begin with. They're the ones that broke. They were the first ones anywhere to pick up that Kobe had gotten killed.
Yeah,
In that
so yeah,
crash.
TMZ. Yeah, I don't see. They're the only ones reporting Kobe's daughter that I see. Hold on, let me just put in Kobe Bryant daughter. Let's see what pops up.
And it looks like That was 2 minutes ago.
Man. No, still not finding. What's the name? Gigi?
Gianna.
Oh, how you spell it?
That's Gianne. Or G.
Okay.
Yeah, Gana. God.
Oh, Gianna, man. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Gianna Bryant. Nickname is GG Bryant. Yeah, I'm not finding anything on her. I mean, probably something like that. They're going to probably sit on. I don't want to, sit on that for too long. And for some reason, I see Alfred is here. It says tragic topic, the frailty of life, but I think my StreamYard is frozen up. Hold on, let me refresh because I know his comment came in, but it hasn't come in yet on StreamYard. Hold on, let me refresh.
Okay.
Because I did that screen share.
It's not in on his comment's not on mine either.
Yeah, because I think I did that screen share. That's why. Let me refresh. Okay, see now I have it there.
Okay. Hey, I'm fixing to pop out and pop back in too.
Okay. Guys, I don't even want to say press the thumbs up button. I don't even know this is even worth a thumbs up, but press some kind of button just so YouTube knows that we're here and we can kind of get more people engaged in it, in the conversation, maybe more people show up. I mean, this is like right out the blue. So, and I'm just speechless, man. I'm really, really speechless.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things you don't expect. He wasn't but 41 years old.
Yeah.
Not that age has anything to do with an accident like this, but you just don't expect it. He was working on so much away from basketball. He had gotten heavily involved in movie producing and things like that. He won an Oscar for a short film a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Kobe still had his story wasn't over. It wasn't.
Mm-hmm. No, his real life was kind of just beginning, post basketball.
Absolutely.
I mean, I wasn't a Kobe fan at all. I mean, for me, man, I'm a diehard Rockets fan. That's just the way I roll. I respected his game. Um, I know we're gonna get a lot of people coming out over the Nets, a few days or so, saying how much they love Kobe and everything, and I get that. But when he was a player, man, he wasn't the most liked player. Um, I'm not trying to trample on the man or anything, but I mean, it's true. He wasn't the most liked player. I think he became more likable after he retired.
Well, his nickname was the Black Mamba.
Yeah.
I was a Celtics fan. From strictly a player standpoint, I hated him.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand him. But as a person, he seemed like a great guy. And good God, this is where the foot meets the pedal on the road and all the cliches. None of that matters right now. None of it. Your fandom doesn't matter because regardless of how, I absolutely respected Kobe as a player.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Couldn't stand him, but respected him.
I respected him. I always called him a ball hog. I mean, he was a ball hog. You know, he was.
Yeah. It would be sort of akin to me and Aaron Rodgers right now. I don't
Yep.
like Aaron Rodgers, but I respect him. I recognize he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah.
So it's sort of common like that. Dan Marino's another one. I like Dan a lot more now that he's retired than I did when he was playing. I couldn't stand Marino when he was playing, and but I respected the heck out of his game. As
Why
a
didn't
fan.
you? Why couldn't you stand Marino?
There
He was in a different conference from your Niners.
I know, but I hated Tom Brady his first 10 years in the league.
Really?
Hated. Oh, I
didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, I hated his gut. I hated Peyton. I hated both of them.
Wow. Usually you like Peyton, you hate Brady, or the other way around.
No, I couldn't stand either one of them.
Why? Why didn't you like
particularly
him?
With Tom, I couldn't stand the pretty boy thing. I was like, oh, you pretty boy, candy ass, get off my screen. Blah, blah. A lot of people didn't like Tom for that reason. But it was the same thing as Favre. Dude, who's my second favorite player ever? Brett Favre.
Really?
Yeah. But for the first 7 or 8 years, I couldn't stand Brett. I couldn't.
Please tell me that you didn't hate Joe Montana his first 10 years.
No, he played for my team. No, I couldn't stand Brett. But as Brett aged in much the way that Tom Brady has aged, I have begun rooting for him and his place in history and his historic run. And I don't want to see it end. I'm just like I did for Favre. I'm like, keep fighting, dude. Keep going out there and playing. And I've got your back. Right. I'm going to root for you. Some people never lost that hate with Tom. But as Tom hit about 30 or 31, 32 with me, I was like, I'm starting to respect this guy. And I'm going to tell you where the tide turned. I rooted for Tom in that first Super Bowl against the Giants because I couldn't stand Eli Manning. And so I wanted to see perfection. I wanted to see, that I wanted to see him make history. According to Christy, hello.
Yep. I've been watching Netflix all day and just found out what happened. Helicopter crash. We're still trying to find out if one of his daughters was on board. TMZ is the only one reporting that. And there's a lot of news out there about saying that they weren't. I guess we'll get confirmation pretty soon. I'm gonna go back to ESPN again and see if they have any updated information. Chances are they probably won't, because I think they're still, their information is still from like an hour ago. So, but usually ESPN, they just add stuff on or change it up. I don't think they really.
TMZ still has it on their website.
Okay.
And they've changed the headline from when I made the video earlier. It says Kobe Bryant dies in helicopter crash, daughter also killed.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's even more.
They were going to her basketball practice. So
yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, and it says here, update 12:49 p.m. President Trump just tweeted about Kobe's death, saying reports are that basketball great Kobe Bryant and 3 others were killed in a helicopter crash in California. That is terrible news. And I hope some of those crazy nut jobs, in Hollywood, the president just tweets out it's terrible news, and they go on some kind of, crazy TDS thing. I mean, it's not even a time for that. It's going to happen though.
Well, there's already people out there that are trying to use Kobe's very early past against him right now.
Yeah.
And, like, come on.
Colorado thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I mean, it's not the time for that. I mean,
it's not the time for it. No.
I wasn't a Kobe fan at all. I wasn't a Lakers fan at all. And I remember when the whole Colorado thing happened, I really didn't believe that he raped that woman, but I was still kind of like, all right, he kind of got what he kind of deserved because he was cheating on his wife. That's the only thing I went. The Lakers, the owner was letting them use this private plane to go back and forth and everything. And
right.
But still, man, a man just lost his life, and he has kids and a wife, and him and his wife been together since high school. I think they've known each other since high school, right?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, but he went to his prom with Brandy. I remember that.
God, I haven't thought about that in forever.
Yeah.
He was, and just to sort of throw this out there, 18-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ, 15-time All-NBA, 96-97 All-Rookie, 2 times Finals MVP, 07-08 MVP, 4 times All-Star MVP, 5-time NBA champ, and 12-time All Defensive. Yeah.
He's a great defender.
Wow.
He really was a great defender. I can't think of a more. Is this the most tragic moment for a sports figure that I can think of? Because it was so abrupt. I remember Walter Payton dying in 1999, but
he had been sick so long. He had been sick. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't even really that long. He gotten sick though.
LA County Sheriff is going to have a press conference at 2 p.m. Pacific.
Okay. Oh, Christy put it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can think of that'll be bigger than this, I believe, is when Michael Jordan, whenever he passes away, hopefully no time soon. But that would be the biggest news.
You want to know what this reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of OJ. As far as sports figures that I can remember something crazy and tragic that you were in sort of in disbelief. You were watching. I was watching the Rockets play.
I remember I was down the road at my best friend's house. We were watching the NBA finals in his bedroom.
The Rockets
they cut it off.
They cut away to a white Bronco going down the freeway, and I was like, what's going on here? And then they said OJ Simpson, and I was like, what?
Yeah. This may be the biggest news since OJ as far as sports go.
Think about it. I'm sitting back a minute ago watching the once a year NFL Pro Bowl, and all of a sudden ABC Sports or ABC News logo comes on the screen. The Pro Bowl's off all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And ABC News is on the screen reporting that Kobe Bryant had been killed in a helicopter crash. And looking back, as far as sports stars go, I can't remember anything akin to that since OJ.
Yeah.
I can't. And the only other two things I can think about are Prince and Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Michael Jackson's was bigger than Prince.
Yeah, I agree.
Prince was great. Prince was a better musician than me. But as far as sports go, what has happened since OJ that kind of stood out off the field?
There's been scandals. I mean,
yeah. I mean, Aaron Hernandez,
baseball steroids thing. Aaron Hernandez wasn't big enough.
No, he wasn't he was a bit star, but if he was like a perennial all pro kind of person, maybe so. But I think that Aaron Hernandez wasn't liked by anybody, so it didn't have much of an impact.
Hernandez would have been had it for that story to been akin. It would have had to been Gronk instead of Hernandez, and it would have had to been
Right.
like a year and a half ago.
And it's
Or 2
still
years
probably
ago
it
after
wouldn't have
Gronk
been
was
this kind
gone.
of an impact, I
No,
think.
I don't think so either. I don't.
I wonder what it was like when Pistol Pete, he died at what, like 37? He's playing basketball and then he went into cardiac arrest and he just died
Right.
instantly. I don't that was man, I was probably so little when that happened because that was like 1980s. And no.
Even so, the news cycle is as such now. It's so large
Yeah. I mean,
that
you could
yeah, it
probably
just wouldn't be comparable.
yeah.
You know.
And you had Sean Taylor too. He got killed, but he wasn't he wasn't the face of the league. Now, if he was the face of the league, maybe so. If he was a quarterback too, then yes. So,
Well, Kobe was the baton catcher from Jordan before LeBron came along. You know, people forget that. He was.
I would say Shaq.
You know,
Shaq before.
oh, Kobe was in the terms of superstars.
Shaq was the bigger superstar before Kobe took over. Shaq was much bigger than Kobe.
I think Kobe moved the needle more, though,
because he was a guard. But if you really look at it, Shaq came into the league in 92, went to the finals and got swept by my Rockets. And he got traded to the Lakers. Shaq was the MVP in the regular season. Shaq won 3 straight finals MVPs. He was a bigger star than Kobe. But when Shaq left, then you got to see Kobe really kind of blossom into
right.
this force.
I mean, I know a lot of people remember Kobe and Shaq, but I remember more Kobe and Pau Gasol than I remember Kobe and Shaq.
Really? I remember Kobe and
Shaq. Yeah,
because
Kobe won with a lesser superstar than Shaq was.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Pau Gasol was a good player. He wasn't Shaq.
Yeah, he wasn't all time great.
No. But also the league was a bit different too then. That you didn't have these, 3, 4 all-stars on one team during that time period. Even those Lakers teams with Shaq and Kobe, that was a 2-person show.
I liked the league better when there was a 2-star team.
Well, you're kind of back to that now.
So
finally,
yeah, if they quit chunking up threes, I might be good.
That ain't gonna stop, man.
And I told you earlier in the week, Bill Simmons said that a report came out that sort of corresponded with the decline of the ratings in TV for the NBA, and it corresponded with some of the rise of the 3-point shot.
Yeah,
sort of. And Bill Simmons and Ryan Russillo both said the Houston Rockets were almost unwatchable.
Speaking of, man, check this out. The Rockets are playing right now. 1:20 left in the first quarter. They've already attempted they've already attempted 10 threes.
How much time? What now?
1 minute and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. They've already shot 10 3-pointers.
Oh, God.
You remember back in the day, man, that used to be a whole game's
worth of threes. That was a whole game, yeah. Well, the 3-pointer was special back in the day.
Yeah.
The ball got moved around the court, and then all of a sudden, with 90 seconds left, the ball goes to the corner. Reggie Miller, pop, 3-pointer. The game's tied. Oh, my God. But
the thing is, that era had the best era bids ever. That was a center era. And you don't have hardly any great centers anymore. And that's a much higher percentage shot, with Akeem doing his dream shake and, the sky hook with Kareem and everything than the 3-pointer. It's still a much more higher efficiency shot.
unfortunately, part of that is how kids are being coached up now too. They don't want them to have an inside game, and the kids don't want to have an inside game. They want to get out and practice threes now.
Yeah,
So
I
you
mean,
got 6'10" guys trying to throw up threes when 15 years ago they'd have been scoring 12 points and getting 13 rebounds.
yeah, that's what I always said, man. Steph Curry, probably the worst thing to happen to the NBA. Great 3-point shooter, but if he played the '90s, he would be a specialist. He would
BJ
get,
Armstrong.
for one thing, he'd be better than BJ, but
I
he would,
know.
he would, because he would get hurt, man. I mean, people were hand checking you to death back then.
I don't know who he would necessarily be back in the day.
He'd probably be
Steve Kerr.
I would say he'd probably be a better version of Dan Marley. Because Dan Marley was a great 3-point shooter.
I know, but Dan had some inside game too. He could slam.
Well, Steph does have handles. He can. He has handles though.
People forget Dan Marley would drive to the hoop and flat dunk on a guy.
Yeah.
They called him Thunder Dan Marley. In fact,
Thunder Dan.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was. We were talking about it was special when a big man shot a three back in the day. Tom Chambers or somebody like that.
Yep. I mean, Kenny Smith. I remember in the NBA Finals against the Magic in 95. Kenny Smith, he made then an NBA record 6 3-pointers in that game. And by today's standards, that's almost an average game. I mean, James Harden averages like 5.5 made threes per game.
Right.
But back then, man, that was such a special shot. Yeah, but if you were hot, you were hot. And remember Michael Jordan against the Blazers in the NBA Finals.
Right.
6 3-pointers in the first half.
Right.
And people were like, man, we never seen anything like that.
That was legendary. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still really good today, but it wouldn't have been probably legendary now. Well, it was on the NBA final stage, though, in the half. But you know what's funny about that game, though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Michael Jordan had 35 points in the first half. He finished with 39 for the game. He only had 4 points in the second half.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it is.
Kobe Bryant had played in 1,346 games. That's crazy. You know, 25 points a game. What was that? 5 rebounds and 4.5 assists, I believe it was.
Yeah. And I hate to cut you off again. Adrian Wojnarowski tweeted out Kobe Bryant was on his way to a travel basketball game with his daughter Gianna when the helicopter crashed. So those aboard the helicopter also included another player and parent. Okay. So that's probably a little bit more clarification. Oh, Yahoo Sports, they're saying it now too.
That his daughter was on board.
Yep, his daughter was on board.
Damn.
And let's see who else. Okay, now it's saying that Kobe survived by Vanessa, his wife, daughters, Natalia, 17, Bianca, 3, and Capri, 7 months, man. 7 months.
Yeah, and ABC ought to feel bad because they initially reported that his newborn was on board. And I'm looking, 14 minutes ago, because I seen his name was trending. A spokesperson for Rick Fox confirms he was not on the plane.
Okay. So that makes sense then. Since TMZ said that, well, they were saying like 4 other people. Now they're saying like, Kobe, his daughter, another parent, and their kid. So maybe there's one other person, but I'm not sure. All right, Rockets have taken 11 3-pointers in the first quarter. First quarter just ended.
Good grief.
Okay, yeah. So 5 people. Okay, all right.
One of them would have been the helicopter pilot too.
Well, yeah, I guess that would make sense then. The pilot, Kobe, his daughter, another parent, and their kid.
I guess they were
Okay.
saying initially that Rick Fox may have been the other parent.
Other parent.
Yeah. So I guess that's how he got drug into it. But no, they confirmed he was not on board. So
was Rick Fox. I think he does have kids. I think he has older kids though. So that's the thing. Oh, see, on Wikipedia, they've already updated that Fox passed away in a helicopter crash with NBA legend Kobe Bryant. Now, it wouldn't make any sense for him to be on there because his son was born in 1993. So they got that information wrong. Yeah, so it wasn't. Yeah, I don't. Somebody needs to update Wikipedia again because that's not right.
what's the daughter's name again?
Um, Gianna,
Yeah.
nicknamed Gigi. Man,
It's terrible. It's terrible news.
yeah, and everybody on Twitter is now reacting to finding out his daughter was on board. Yep, WPLG Local 10 News. I don't know where it's at. Saying it has been confirmed that Kobe Bryant's 13-year-old daughter Gianna was killed in today's helicopter crash.
No, I can't think of anything right offhand from a sports standpoint.
Yeah.
Of somebody that particularly played, either was an active player or one that had just retired. I can think of one thing that would have been comparable, but that was long before we were alive, but we didn't know about it. Thurman Munson would have been one that would have been. I've heard stories of people saying they remember where they were at when it was reported that Thurman Munson had died in a plane crash.
Okay.
The legendary Yankees catcher.
Yeah.
And he was an active player. I think he was 32 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
But just think of this, man. Whenever OJ passes away, that's going to be huge. Huge for different kind of reasons.
Let me see. Yeah, he was an active. He died in 79.
I was only 2 years old.
Good God. He had some pretty big stats for back then. Thurman batted .292, had over 100 homers and 700 ribbies in a time when that was a big deal. Yeah. For a catcher playing for the Yankees. That,
Oh, here's an interesting, not a stat about Kobe. This is something people really kind of forget about Kobe. I'm glad. I was looking on Twitter. Anthony Brian Logan tweeted, the Hornets actually drafted Kobe, but traded him on draft night for Vlade Divac.
That's right. I remember that.
People forget about that. The Charlotte Hornets. I'm almost willing to bet if the Hornets actually kept Kobe, they would have never left Charlotte, I think. Because if you had a superstar that big, I don't think you're moving.
Vlade Divac smoked more cigarettes than I do. By the way,
I was a Vlade fan though.
I was too.
I was a fan
I
of
was
Vlade.
too.
I really
You
liked
know?
him when he was with the Kings.
People would be amazed how many pro athletes, football players, baseball players, basketball players all smoked cigarettes. It was shocking to find out. I've got a best friend that played some decent level pro baseball.
Yeah.
And I would, the first time I ever went out to one of his games, he was like, "Man, you've got to come sit in the dugout with us. Don't sit in the stands." I was like, "Okay." I got down in the dugout and I was like, "There's 6 guys down here smoking cigarettes during a pro baseball game."
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, you know.
Hey,
pretty wild.
Clay Travis wrote on Twitter, TMZ has been better on this story than almost every other media outlet. Not a good day for news media overall. Yeah, because
That's a fact.
They've gotten things wrong.
That's a fact. They nailed it. Now, TMZ's got a record when it comes to absolute superstars and tragedies. They're usually the ones that nail it before the mainstream media does, or the regular media.
Right.
But what's the lawyer's name that owns that? You know, the guy's a lawyer. That was what he used to do.
That owns TMZ?
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he's on their television show you can watch too.
Okay.
And he made a comment. The reason that is because he pays sources better than anybody than the mainstream media is willing to pay. That's why people call him first on this real big superstar stuff.
Yeah, man. All right, man. I think we need to wrap this up now.
All right. I'm good.
Yeah. Thanks for everybody coming out and listening to this. Not a live stream we ever want to do. I don't ever want to do this again. I mean, this is very, very tragic.
It's one we felt like we needed to do, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you just can't really put it in a video. I know we have video up, but something you really just can't put, in a 2-3 minute video.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll be back next time with much better news. So stay tuned.
Super Bowl content this week.
Yes, Super Bowl is this week. And I was thinking about that, man. When are we going to do our picks for the Super Bowl?
I would guess we would do them next Saturday, probably. And
how about just do it on Super Bowl Sunday? Super Bowl Sunday live stream.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I want to do prop bets too. I want us to pull up the prop bets and give our picks for the prop bets.
Yeah, that should be coming out this week. So.
Yeah. Because they have all kinds of like strange ones. You know who's gonna. It's some crazy ones for Super Bowl.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, peace. We're out.
Till next time.